Warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
And giggles.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast full of somber people, aka the originals, Season 2, Episode 9, Map of Moments. My name is Dom. With me is my slightly cut-off co-host, Mike.
I'm trying to figure out how the heck that happened in the last 30 seconds. Nothing shifted.
Magic.
Your head got bigger.
That's impossible.
Like chair rose.
Christmas Omikins down below. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
It's Omnicloss.
Fuck's sakes.
Heather.
I don't know. She's kind of like Krampus right now.
Heather, I see you're no longer Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I'm not Casper the Friendly Ghost. We fixed it.
I have festive.
You have something.
You know, I think if you don't calm down, Omi's going to make you pretty fucking festive tonight.
She made me festive. She made me with my hand.
Glare through her eyes at you.
So, what?
She made me festive.
What did everybody think of the episode?
It was a great episode.
There was a lot of Christmas.
There's a lot of Christmas in your little scene right there. See a
Damn it,
Christmas tree
Krampus.
behind you, a Christmas hat.
Only because there's Christmas.
Oh, okay. Heather, what'd you think?
I had a hard time staying like into the entire season anyways, so but it was good. I mean it was
Rebecca.
enough.
There was Rebecca.
There was Rebecca.
Lots of
There was Rebecca, you know, the little spats and not, I don't want to say spats, but the bickering.
I love the bickering.
I love bickering.
That's why I love this podcast so much. What'd you think of Bonfire Season?
Nice idea.
I mean, if you have the room to start a bonfire and not light a whole fucking city on fire, yeah, sure, it's perfect.
They did say they were going to burn the whole state of Arkansas down. Which
That's if Rebecca put any more wood on the fire.
Yeah.
is that the first time we heard where they took Hope to hide her?
No, I mean, the first time.
Because I don't remember Arkansas ever being mentioned before.
Well, they weren't originally in Arkansas, which is for that episode. That's where Elijah and Rebecca and Hope ran to after Mommy found them.
Oh.
They kind of kept moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you were hiding a kid, you would keep moving too. I don't think staying in one spot would be a good idea.
Oh no, if I were hiding a kid, I would choose Arkansas because up until this episode, I forgot that was an actual state.
Oh. That's interesting.
Nice to know that we know where to find you now if you ever decide to take kids.
Oh,
Wow! Wow, this is going in a completely different direction. So, I'm gonna just completely segue to Omi. If you had one wish to add to the bonfire season, what would that be?
Believe me, there are a lot of fucking wishes right now.
I'm sitting here trying not to laugh.
I'd
Well,
like
you
to
had
answer that
one
question.
wish.
If I had one wish, no. If I had one wish, I'd wish for more wishes.
Oh.
Because there's no genie rules on this fucking bonfire.
This is true. This is true.
Well,
Mike, what would your one wish be?
Isn't it wishes for other people, though?
I guess. So, okay, whatever. This is a stupid idea anyway. So, I was just really trying to segue out of that really awkward topic we were heading toward.
What, that Michael's a tall man?
This is the worst. We had some flashbacks to December of 1914. And we saw Cole plotting as usual against Klaus, trying to set up this weapon to kind of protect himself. Nothing that was going to kill him, but something that would protect himself from his brother. However, Marcel finds out, and they end up confiscating this big diamond from him. And then later on in the flashbacks, we see Rebecca agrees to help him, but then in the end rats him out. And this whole time we find out Cole's been harboring this resentment toward her.
Yeah.
Cole just needs to fucking grow up. He's a little bitch.
He needs to die again.
Do you not realize everything that's happened to Cole?
You know what? I mean, if Rebecca can pass off her resentment, if Elijah can do the same thing, I mean, they've all had quarrels with each other, but Cole seems to be the only one that's bitching around and whining. So.
But Cole actually died.
That's because some fucking little human whore killed him.
Wow.
It's not their fault that he died. If he wants to, get revenge, go kill, was it Jeremy or Matt or somebody? Go kill them. We don't need them.
I don't disagree with you.
Any of us do. We're just kind of all like, yep.
Nope, I'm there. I'm good.
Did you guys trust Cole when Klaus made the deal with him about taking the White Oak stake, and Cole said he gives his word he's gonna return it? Did you really think he was gonna return it?
Not a jot.
Nope.
I didn't. Either way, I didn't know. I just at that point I was like, just get back to the happiness with hope and Christmas, because I don't care about Cole. He's a little bitch. I don't like
something.
Wow, Cole's like my favorite original. You know this. You're just trying to spark fire here. You're trying to throw my wishes into the fire, aren't you?
No, she's just crumbling it up and throwing it on the floor, walking away.
What I was gonna say is,
using a boot that just tromped through some cow shit 'cause I was in Arkansas, and I'll step on it a little bit.
Fuck your fire.
What were you gonna say, Mike?
Topic. Moving back to topic. I was gonna say I didn't trust him. And as far as this whole plan went, typical Vampire Diaries original fashion, the plan was not going to go off without a hitch. It never goes off without a hitch. There's never a, there's always a monkey wrench, and of course Cole was the monkey wrench.
Yeah, but at the same time, Cole didn't know what his mother wanted with the White Oak stick. He didn't know that she was gonna destroy the bodies, indefinitely after the body jumps. Like that, you could see the look on his face. That was a shock to him, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, we went through the whole ceremony, whatever. They made this big, elaborate plan to catch Esther. Keep her from body jumping, keeping her in the same body. Cole had linked the hourglasses up. They had the whole, Ocean's 11 kind of caper going on here, where they all had this crucial role, in this. And the biggest twist to me was when Rebecca slipped her blood into her mother's wine.
Yeah, that one I wasn't. I mean, that part of the plan, keep Esther from body jumping, that worked out.
Yeah. I mean, with the little flashback they did to show that she did that too. It was very Ocean's 11. It was like, oh, by the way, we did this.
Yeah, I mean, I even went back and watched the original part of that scene again to see, if they showed her being sneaky with the blood. And they did show a moment when Esther turned back, to say something to Cole. They showed Rebecca heading toward the wine glass, but it was obscured from where her mother was standing that you couldn't quite see what she was doing. So, I mean, the whole scene, it was there. They laid it out, and it wasn't until they showed it from a better angle that you got to see what she was doing.
Right.
So it was 100% intentional. They left it in there. So, it was really, really well filmed, I thought.
Yeah.
So, in the end, they end up killing Esther. And, so our bet was, which one of the two were they going to kill first, Esther or Michael? I don't remember who we said at this point, but I think...
I don't either.
I think we said Esther was the first to go, because Michael
She was the bigger threat. Michael's just... Michael.
Yeah. I think that's what we settled on, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, because, I mean, she's the one that could body jump and be one person and to be somebody else, and... I mean, she was the much bigger threat between the two.
Right.
She had the werewolves under her thumb. I mean, there's so many levels of shit that she can do. They had to get rid of her first.
I mean, in this episode, we even find out that she teamed up with Esther. Right? And...
That Esther teamed up with Esther?
Or... she teamed up with Michael, sorry. You know, and then Michael actually brought up a good point. He's like, you brought back Ansel, but you completely forgot about me? I never even considered that, you know?
Yeah, that's...
Michael is a dick. Why would you bring him back?
That works. He is kind of dick. Stop looking at me. You're over there.
Michael is kind of a dick. Yeah, it was kind of... I sat there and I was like, you know what? That is kind of a dick move, Esther. You didn't even try to bring your husband back? Yeah, you brought back the dude that you cheated on your husband with?
The dude that actually had a heart and a soul.
Right.
We don't know what Michael was like before. The only flashbacks we ever saw of Michael was after he already knew about Klaus.
He was always beating his kids.
Yeah, exactly, but that's because he was pissed off at Esther's infidelity.
You know, you're right. We don't get any flashbacks of him pre-Klaus coming back into the picture, so maybe he was a kinder, gentler, more loving man.
He always treated Klaus differently because he knew that Klaus was basically his bastard, you know, a bastard kid. Wasn't his kid. And, you know, and then Klaus is always weak on top of it, and we find out that was the spell, you know, that Esther had done to make him weak intentionally so he wouldn't trigger his curse. You know, and there's just a lot of factors leading into that, and we've never got to see Michael before that whole, you know, before Klaus. Like, I'd like to see what Michael was like before Klaus was in the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious.
It would be nice to get a little bit more background on some of the other people.
Mm. I'm not saying Michael was right the way he went about everything, but it's justified to a degree. You know, I can understand him being upset at Esther for that, being upset at his kid, you know. And then he hates vampires, and he took it out on all of them. They were all vampires.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're angry at the person that cheated on you and they had the kid out of your commitment, you can't be angry at that child. It's not their fault. So yeah. Michael is just, you know... I mean, times were different back then, but still, I mean, if you think about it now, he was in the wrong.
You're right. You can't be mad at the kid. It is not the kid's fault. I mean, sure, you might not love the kid as much as your own flesh and blood, but you can't be pissed at the kid or blame him for anything. It's a kid.
Right. Well, he also did say that he tried and he was weak and all that, and then we find out, you know, that was Esther's doing on top of it. So,
yeah.
And, you know, times were different back then, and he's an old timer, so to a degree, I understand it. This shit would not fly now. You know, but from back then, yeah, I could understand that. So
from what I know of Viking society, I don't think that shit would have flew back then either.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't fly back then.
Oh. Never mind.
It probably...
It would.
No.
It's certain... I mean, that was still in the 1950s. That was still kind of a thing where, you know, you took shit out on the kid that's not yours. But now, no.
Can't get away with that now.
No.
But, you know, despite all that, she goes, you and Klaus are very much alike. You know, he goes, Klaus killed his father. You two are more alike than you realize it. And, you know, Mike just had like this look on his face. And then he kind of agreed to work with her. And, you know, it set up some stuff going on here in the future. Finn gets broken out. We're assuming by Michael. Is that who you guys think, or do you think someone else is involved in this? One of the werewolves or something?
I mean, it could go either way, but I mean, if it were Michael, I'd see him doing it because Finn is no longer, he's no longer a vampire. I think the only problem he might have that if he's a, you know, anti-race like that and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that would be his only problem. But I mean. The only big issue we know about Michael is that he doesn't like vampires, and Finn is no longer one of those.
Right, very much so.
Yeah, so I think he's more than willing to work with Finn. I don't think that's even an issue.
No.
What do you think it could be? Jackson? How crazy of a twist would that be? All of a sudden, Jackson is Haley would flip out.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah.
She would flip shit.
I mean, they're trying to meld the packs and make them more powerful, I don't think Jackson would frick that up.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, unless he was blackmailed, I'm trying to think of which werewolf would do it is prominent enough that would make sense to us, and the only other one was Oliver, but he's dead. So maybe what's his name's I can't think of his Aiden.
I mean, it could have been any werewolf that was living in the compound. It's not a big thing.
I figure something big enough to break Finn out would have to be an established character, somebody we already know.
I'm just gonna stick with Michael. I think he did it because he's working with Esther.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Not now, but
Now he's working with Finn.
Right. So when the body jump went bad, all this, they're trying. Rebecca has agreed to become human again if it came down to it. Body jump into Cammy. They're trying to prevent it. They supposedly Cole set up the other.
Another body.
I forget the name of that other vampire, the potential vampire potential.
Mm-hmm.
But, never went down, whatever. And Esther ends up dead.
Yeah.
In all of this. But she died with Rebecca's blood in her system. So we're left with Esther in transition. She's no longer human, she's no longer alive, but she's not yet a vampire.
Right.
And Klaus leaves her, packet of blood, on the floor, and he's giving her the choice: either die or become what you hate. How awesome of a position is this for her to be in?
And I was completely not expecting that. But when he left that line, choose, which is more, you have a choice, which is more than you ever gave any of us. And
Yeah, that's it. End scene, which was brilliant.
Yeah. What do you think she's gonna choose? Do you think she's
Drink
gonna
it.
She's gonna drink it?
She doesn't want to fucking die.
Yeah. She's gonna resent the fact she turns into one of them because she hates them so much, but
and she'll never be as powerful as them because she's not an original vampire.
Right. But she'll find a way to use it against them.
Oh, of course. Then the much earlier in the episode, when Cammy and Finn are talking, Cammy and Vincent, whatever you want to call him.
Vincent.
Vincent.
I coined this term weeks ago.
When Vincent says he won't stop until every vampire is dead, and he doesn't care who is aiding them. What is his reaction going to be when his own mother is a vampire?
Didn't think of this during the episode, and that's awesome because now it's just popped in my head like, oh, Finn did say that. Now what? Mommy Dearest is a vampire.
Well, you know what? His dad is a vampire. He's a vampire that eats vampires. Finn, who are you gonna run to?
His father is an ends to a mean. He doesn't feel for his father, right?
No, Finn is a mama's boy.
Yes, Finn is very much a mama's boy, and the deal with Michael, he's gonna have Michael kill all of them, and then he's gonna kill Michael. Right? That's his role in all this.
But
his mother, he's been such a mommy's boy since we've ever met Finn in season 3, and he's not going to be able to betray his own mother, or is he? Is he going to just start hating her?
He might find a little loophole or something.
He's going to try to do exactly what his mother was doing, and put her in another fucking body.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have Cole, and there's going to be the diamond, and the diamond is a catalyst for big spells. So there you go.
The diamond.
Yeah. Outside of all that, we had Haley and Elijah getting it on.
Yeah, my reaction was about time.
Yeah.
Just bent right over the coffee table.
Through into a wall.
It's the best way to do it.
I forgot that she was a hybrid for a second. He stepped into the wall. I'm like, fragile, be careful. And then I'm like, oh, wait, no, she's not fragile.
No. That's not going to break her.
She's more resilient than he is at this point.
Yeah, and I forgot about that for a second. And then I remembered.
It's about fucking time.
Took you assholes long enough.
You know, it only took her the entire episode to come clean about the werewolf ceremony.
Yeah.
So you guys think that she's gonna go through with the wedding, or do you think this little get together with Elijah is gonna change her mind on things?
She'll do the wedding to protect her daughter.
Yeah.
She's caught in this really, really awkward, not love triangle. She's in this weird triangle. She's got Klaus being her baby daddy, right? Then she's marrying a husband that she cares nothing for while she's with her baby daddy's brother. It's like, what is going on, Haley? You're all over the place.
It's a spot I would not. Jerry.
That is a Jerry Springer moment if I've ever seen one.
It really is.
So, I mean, Haley's connected to 3 people. One of the peoples loves himself. The other 2 love her, but she loves the one. So it's not really a triangle. It's not connected at all. It's just lines.
She's a triangle, but her connections are not.
She is a triangle. It is a loosely organized chart.
She's a constellation.
Yes. The confusing one.
She's something, all right.
A big fork.
Yeah.
Big fork.
The Little Dipper?
She's a little something.
A little hoe.
She's a Big Dipper.
She's a little ho ho ho.
Merry Christmas.
That was the point of this episode, right? Christmas.
Yep.
Yay!
Right? That's
it.
It all comes back full circle.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
Connected it.
There's no vampires in the show.
That was my biggest criticism with those 1914 carolers. I'm like, so you just stand in front of people's houses and say ding dong, ding dong. Was that song even written in 1914?
I'm sure it was.
Did you see the house? Yeah, of course. There's carolers back then. I mean, it was...
Oh, there were carol. I don't even know if there were Christmas carolers in 1914.
Google it. The song's called Carol of the Bells. It's not very difficult.
You have Google? You have fingers?
Oh, wait. Carol of the Bells, that's been around for a long ass time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Chop, chop.
But, so, while he Googles that, if you guys, before we go into next week's episode, if you guys tune in to another episode we're about to film immediately following this, there was a mini-series on the web called The Originals Awakening, which we're going to do immediately following this podcast. It's going to be a separate video, so you guys go check that out. We haven't watched it yet. We're going to go watch it right after this podcast and fill you guys in. It's supposed to have tied in with this mid-season finale very well, is what I've heard. The culminating events lead up into the mid-season finale. So, I know it deals a lot with Cole, so Nikki's going to be super happy.
Culminating events.
Culminating. But, yeah. Mike, Carol of the Bells.
Love it.
Carol of the Bells, originally composed by Mikola Leontovich in 1904, but the original version was a traditional folk chant in pre-Christian Ukraine. So it goes back a long fucking time.
Well, they were in 1914, so it was written in 1904. Yeah. We're still good.
It wasn't introduced to the United States until 1921.
Yeah, well, the originals have been freaking everywhere, so it's very, very possible.
Those were 4 carolers. Those weren't the originals.
They were compelled.
New Orleans.
They were compelled by the originals.
Yeah.
What now?
Ding dong, ding dong. I don't know.
Maybe
the witch is dead.
Maybe they didn't have
witch is
doorbells.
fucking dead. Now she's gonna be a vampire.
Maybe they didn't have doorbells back then, and that was how they rang the doorbell. Ding dong, ding dong.
If I ever stood outside of somebody's house going ding dong, I'd get shot.
I'd shoot you.
Try it on my door. See what happens. So, originals will not be returning until Monday, January 19th.
Short break.
Yeah, so it's not too long, but yeah, we'll see you guys then. Have a good holiday break. The episode is called Gonna Set Your Flag on Fire.
Isn't that a crime?
The American flag it is, but your flag? Canadian flag? No, that's not come here.
No, that's still a crime.
In Canada, maybe. So there was no official synopsis for this episode, but the preview that we saw Finn saying the only thing that can exist between your two species is death. So it looks like he's not only targeting the vampires, he's now targeting the werewolves. He's pissed off.
Oh, that's gonna go over well.
Yep.
Great gas.
Klaus says to Cole, "We have a witch problem. Fix it." Oh, I forgot to even mention Rebecca. Rebecca is no longer in her body.
No, she's in a freaking...
Cole body jumped her.
Into a witch body that's stuck in that house.
Yeah. We saw this at the very beginning of the episode. The house that Cole robbed, and Klaus locked them all in the house forever.
Mm-hmm.
And now Cole has prepped one of the bodies and jumped Rebecca into it. She's trapped in the house now. So...
And there still is a lot of crazy going on in that house.
Yeah.
Poor Rebecca.
So that may be part of the witch problem that Cole has fixed. We don't quite know. But we see Michael and Finn team up, and they say, together we can destroy them. So I think it's a safe bet to say that Michael was the one that broke Finn out.
Join me and we can rule the galaxy.
Pretty much. As father and son.
Yes.
So Marcel says we're going to have a bloodbath on our hands. And Finn says they have no idea what they're up against now. So, looks to be a good return episode.
Looks to be fake.
Again, you know, people are underestimating the fucking originals.
They are. They really are.
You know, Finn should know better. It's his fucking family. He knows what they're capable of.
Yep.
I mean, they just bested his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Of all people.
Of all people. Come on.
He doesn't know that yet, though.
With a simple little trick.
Finn doesn't know that yet. He was locked away when all this was going down. He was broken out, one of the two. He wasn't there to see any of it.
It won't take long.
Yeah.
No, it won't.
Find out.
It won't. But it's good to point out the actor that is playing Vincent has said that he's moving up from guest star to series regular for the second half of the season. So it looks like Finn is, in fact, going to be the big bad.
Yay.
So.
All right.
That could be fun.
He's weaker than freaking Cole.
He's weaker.
I mean, power-wise,
I think you're underestimating him.
His cunning, yeah, he's got a lot of intellectual going on. But I mean,
he's smart.
He's smart.
He is. So I wouldn't put it past him. He's got a contingency plan.
Well, you know what? Spoiler. It's not gonna fucking work because the show's called The Originals.
He's an original.
So you know what? He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose.
I love Nikki gets nice up close and personal with us to inform us that Finn is going to fail.
Yeah.
He's going to fail because...
Is Cole going to fail? Do you think he's going to put Klaus down?
No, I think Cole's going to be like, oh, my brother has changed.
I think the final scene of this season 2, is going to end with Cole putting Klaus in the box. Having Klaus get a taste of his own medicine.
In the box.
Get in the box, Klaus.
It's like...
If anything...
If you've ever seen Hook, it's like the boo-boo box.
The way that Klaus has been growing, he might be like, come on, bring it, brother. Just give it to me. Let me stay in a box for a while. And then they're all going to find out Hope is alive. And then Cole's going to be like, oh, my niece without a dada. Oh, gosh, I don't know if I should do this anymore.
Wow, Cole, when did you get in that accent?
When he found out he had a niece.
Oh, okay.
Understood.
So
I
think that's about all that could be said there.
Yep.
Mike, where can the people find you?
Twitter @Thilladrin. That's popped up and covered my mouth.
Yes. Good. We didn't want to see you talking anyway.
Didn't you look over there?
Nikki, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter @LadyVenom24, LadyYVENON24.
Excellent. Heather, where can the people find you?
Twitter and everywhere else. Chronyxia, CHRONYXIA.
You can find me down below at Phenomedom, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, Space, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Until Monday, January 19th. Or you can just go watch the Originals Awakening, and we will see you then.
Yeah, that's sometimes.
Like, she's gonna love it. It's all about Cole. She loves Cole.
What? Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Am I even gonna watch this? I doubt it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna zone in on the wall.
Nope. We're watching it right now.
Just gonna stare blankly.
Mm-hmm.